Butter.
Butter.
Mate. How's it going there, chap?
You want to come on down for Bobby?
Come on down to the Bobby, Butter. There you go.
Anyway, we started recording.
Oh, we did? Oh.
Shit. Now we're racist.
Hashtag beat me on Friday, the D&D session.
Yikes.
They'll be there.
This is the start of the show. You goon. All right. This is the official podcast recap of the One Piece show. We are doing episodes 11 to 13 today.
Now with 100% more quarantine.
With 100%
we're under quarantine. I am not. These goons are.
I mean, I'm not either. I get to still go to work.
Yeah, I lied. I'm somewhere in there.
We're all not in quarantine.
I am officially laid off. Nope, I am in quarantine.
Brendan is quarantined. That is true.
I am quarantined. I am quarantined.
I have a job.
And Simi is risking his life.
He's
out there on the front line.
He's out there applying bleach to every surface you can find.
I think the National Guard I met today, man. They were so awkward to me, man.
They were awkward around you, or you were awkward around them?
Both. It was weird.
Oh, okay. That's strange. You think there'd be some training for that?
Anyway, let's get started with this. Hey. They say an off-topic podcast, all right?
So this
an off-topic podcast. That's a fat lie, but fair enough.
Objectified, straight to the narrow storyline.
Objectified. Man, it's 2020.
All right.
Ain't nothing objectified out here.
I will say that we have Brendan, Christian, Devin, Jordy, and Simi with us today, just for anyone who's keeping track. And
Simi, not asleep.
That's how you know about me.
Oh wait, you've been in a podcast before.
He was on episode 1.
Never mind.
He is on episode 0.
He was there. Yes, he was on episode 0/1.
We now have live Simi with us today.
That's what I mean. He was technically on another one. He was on what, 2? Episode 2 when you did episode 4.
No, he was there.
He did episode. He was there at the tail end of episode 4. Well, which is episode 2 of the podcast where we talked about episode. We got to get better about this.
We absolutely got to.
Something's got to.
It was what episode 4 is, right?
Yeah, when you talk about episode
anime,
4,
right? But episode.
It's titled episode 4. They know
it's episode 2 of the pod. It's episode 2 of the podcast.
It's the second episode released, but it's episode 4. They're titled by the episode
okay,
of
viewers,
One Piece.
We got them. They're smart. We can figure this out.
Anyway, cut that out.
Episode 11. So, in episode 11, we basically have the start of what happens when Usopp finds out that Clawdor's a bad guy. In episode 12, we have more of that. And in episode 13, we have the first episode where they kind of start fighting the villains or whatever. So I'll just go ahead and jump into the start of episode 11. So at the start of episode 11, we have Usopp, who's running back into the village so that he can warn everybody, because he just found out that Clawdor was the villain all along. And he's got, all of that on the brain, and he's passing Nami and Zoro and the Cabbage Patch Kids when Zoro's like, yo, dude, what's going on? And Nami and them are like, are you cool, fam? And he just keeps running past with, that glare in his eye. Cabbage Patch Kids comment on it. They're like, I don't know. We haven't seen him look like that before. And then Zoro's just like, dude, where's Luffy? He was with you. And then he comes. Usopp completely ignores him, and then Zoro just looks back to the Cabbage Patch Kids, and he's like, "All right, well, so where the fuck is the shore?" And this is when I have my very first note already for the episode. My man Zoro, I'm just saying, there's one road, on this whole island.
That's
not true. There's 2.
True. Yeah, there's at least 2.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Hey. So spoilers for episode 12. There's 2 slopes for a reason.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That. Okay. Fine. That might be a little fair.
Although one would argue that if they reach the high point, they can see the whole island.
But they're not at the high point.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, I guess I was just saying that this feels like the start of when Zoro does his stupid fucking meme. Although Oda clearly hasn't gone all in on it yet.
I feel like they did that to Luffy instead of Zoro.
Well, they do it in this particular one with Luffy.
Yes, I will agree with that completely, because that is another note that I have later. I'm like, Luffy, are you fucking Zoro?
That's a different episode. We'll get to that.
All right, so Zoro comments on, where the fuck is Luffy? They ask Cabbage Patch Kids how to get back. And then we have Usopp. We come back to Usopp in the town, and he's talking to the villagers. And the villagers are like, yo, dude, all right, we're sick and tired of this shit, because Usopp was screaming his head off, saying that there are pirates coming. And while the villagers start coming out, Usopp starts thinking like, oh man, like okay, they're gonna start listening to me, it's gonna be great. No, they all got their brooms, they're all telling them to fuck off. And I also got
that was my first note. I was like, dead ass, are you stupid? That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I guess I understand like where Usopp thought that they might listen to him, but like, dude, you definitely needed to have a slightly better plan, knowing that you were a dead ass fucking liar all the time. And I also have a note here where one of the villagers, like some old lady, drops like the meanest shade to Usopp. Who's like, dude, man, if only you'd followed Clawhador's example, maybe you'd be a better fucking person. And I'm just like, dude, why are you rubbing salt in that?
He has like
for the sub,
flashbacks.
For the sub, it was like, oh, why can't you be more honest? Like, I was like, what the fuck you mean?
Sorry, I'm here.
So instead of what's it called? Instead of being more like wait, hold on. Did you watch the dub or did you watch the sub?
It's a mix. We're all mixed up.
I've been doing sub.
Where are we at?
We're in the middle of the podcast. We're on episode 11.
Okay. Sorry,
the difference between a sub was, I think, what did I say for dub?
The old lady that the lady was like, you should be more honest, like Clawhador or something like that.
Or so for the sub, it was like, oh, why can't you? Yeah,
it's the same thing. Why can't you be more like
Clawhador? It's
the same thing.
Wasting time on here.
The same thing. I just watched it subbed. Same thing.
All right. So anyway, and then after that, then we cut to so basically like the villagers are like, oh yeah, like we don't fucking believe you, and Usopp, it does that like little like anime thing where it's like, oh no, they don't believe him. Cut to his face, and then he's like, why don't they believe me? And it's like, well, I don't know, dumbass. Maybe it's because you've literally spent every waking moment of your life lying all the fucking time. I mean, I feel for his reasons for lying, which I don't know if we've actually gone over yet at this point in the.
I think it goes over it later.
Yeah, I think it does too. But honestly, like, dude, you needed a better plan here. Like, you needed like a way to like, or at least like approach it differently.
A better plan. It's more so that he's just like he's now realizing the issues of everything he's done before. Where it's like, oh wow, wait, if I tell everyone every single day, every single time that pirates are coming, the one time in a million that they do come, they're not gonna believe me. What?
Like what? It doesn't compute. It's like, bro, come on. But anyway, so then we cut to Usopp decides to go all the way back to the mansion, and before we get Usopp to the mansion, we have this nice little scene with Kaya that's reminiscing on her time with Clawhador, and we meet one of her other retainers, I guess, or butlers or whatever. Mary, he has a name. His name is Mary, and Mary and Kaya are just talking, and then Kaya mentions that, hey, I got Clawhador a gift because it's going to be a 3-year anniversary since he started serving with us, and it's brand new glasses because he's always putting his glasses up because they're slipping all the time. Ha ha ha. We all know why he does that.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then when we get to Kaya goes back to her room, and then Usopp shows up, and so this is when Usopp starts telling Kaya like, hey, like, girl, dude's a fucker, he's a pirate, he wants to kill you, he wants your money. And I'm just gonna say, like, outright, like, again, Usopp, you really need a better plan here.
Something's gotta get that done here.
Kaya's immediately like, say like, no.
Yeah, she really is.
Like, 100% in the right too. Like, can anyone disagree?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no. You're absolutely correct.
Everything that, yeah.
This is a prank, like, right, Usopp?
Kaya's like, Clawhador is basically family. I mean, yeah, we know he's the villain, whatever. But you just got done, having like a fight with the guy. You could have every reason to want to just like tarnish his fucking name, and you are acting extremely irrational. And poor girl's like, getting heartbroken over the whole thing. I mean, I want to say fuck you, Kaya, for not believing in my boy Usopp, but at the end of the day, Usopp, use your fucking head. Be rational. What are you doing, my guy? And I don't blame her one bit.
I'm curious.
I believe they are all 7.
No, they're like
that 16. Makes a lot of sense now.
They're like 15 or 16.
No, because I think after the what it's
well, they might be 16 to 17.
I want to say 16, 17.
Yeah, but they travel for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, they do travel for a bit, like at least like a little while. Anyway, so
I still think they're like 12. All right. Some of these decisions,
it's Ash Ketchum rules out here, dog.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely Ash Ketchum rules out here. Like, who fucking cares how old they are? But anyway, so Kaya was totally in the right there. And then we cut to the shores of the island, and then we find Usopp, or I'm not Usopp, I'm sorry, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami, and the Cabbage Patch Kids all met back up, and they find Luffy in the ground, and they're all like, "Oh no, he died!" And then Zoro like gets a look at him, and he hears
I think that was my favorite part, was just hearing the subtle. Zoro's just like,
"Wait, everybody, quiet."
He even gives him the little nut, like, my man.
No, what the hell?
This guy.
Yeah, so Zoro clearly sees through it. He's like, all right, I know what's going on. He like bumps his head. He's like, lazy asshole. He pokes his ass. He's like, all right, wake up, jackass. And then Luffy's like, yo, dude, that was the best news of my fucking life. And then he doesn't actually explain it to the rest of them, but it cuts a little bit so they don't have to worry about the explanation. And then it cuts to Zoro and Nami are made aware of the situation. Luffy told them, and then the Cabbage Patch Kids are like, what? Clawdor's a villain? We had no fucking idea. This is terrible.
No, they were like, we knew that dude was creepy.
Yeah, we knew that dude was like bad news. We didn't know it was like a fucking villain. This is horrible, whatever. And then I just want to say, like, in the best unanimous like democracy, they were just like, I vote we run the fuck away. And then the other guy was like, I vote we run the fuck away. I vote we run the fuck away as well. Dude, that was democracy at its finest, and they just got the fuck out of there. You know what? I respect that. And then after we get through there, then we go back to Kaya and Usopp. They're still kind of fighting. You know, Usopp's really trying to convince Kaya, you know, it's time to go. And then Kaya's reminiscing on all of the stories that Usopp has told her over the years in a beautiful dream sequence, might I add. Fantastic.
Beautiful?
I loved it. I love it.
Still frames, but
it's
like
fine.
shitty drawn still frames with words.
That's stylistic, first of all.
I say stylistic.
Yeah,
damn right I say stylistic.
And I don't blame them. They had no budget. They're reusing voice actors left and right.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, look at the previous episodes, for God's sake.
That's what I've been saying so long. They don't believe me.
I wish that more of the fucking filler in One Piece these days looked like those shitty still frames you call them, because then I would be a happy fucking camper. But they don't, so it is what it is. But I really appreciate it, and we go to like the dream sequence of her like reminiscing on Usopp's story. She goes like, "No, you know what? I loved every single story you ever told me. I always knew they were lies, but you know what? They made me feel fucking good, and I thought you were a good person because of it, but I just don't even know who the fuck you are anymore." And then Usopp's like, "We don't got time for this shit, okay?" And being, an irrational fucker that he is, he just grabs the bitch and starts trying to like take her out of her room.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. This is 2020. He grabs the lady, the madam.
The madame.
Madame.
I half expect him to pull out his fedora and be like, "Milady, we gotta go." Okay.
Usopp the simp.
Usopp's a total punk.
Nah, Usopp's not a simp.
I hate you.
Usopp's a simp.
The simpiest dude is Sanji.
He's definitely a simp.
I mean,
Sanji's a simp.
Who? Who's
Sanji is a simp. Okay,
who's
facts.
Sanji?
No, absolutely.
All right.
Guaranteed.
Future man.
We're on the same page.
The other guy in the post-credits sequence. All right. See how there's like 5 of them in that picture?
the other guy in the intro that we have.
The one guy left.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's a simp.
He's definitely a simp.
100%.
And then as Usopp starts to grab Kaya, that's when Mary starts showing up because he heard Kaya scream or something like that. And I got a note here. I go like, dude, Mary just busted in, and like you slow pan see the pistol come up from the corner.
Straight killer. He's a straight.
Mary's a straight, you know what he is? He's a fucking Republican. He believes in the right to bear arms.
I mean, he does, and for good reason. He has a fucking
crazy,
long-nosed, lying. I mean,
you're gonna call him a ginger?
So Mary, the man who believes in the right to bear arms, comes out of fucking nowhere with a pistol, and he's like, "What are you doing to Miss Kaya?" Well, rightfully so. Like, you know, dude's an
everything he does is justified at that point. Like everything, like you walk to your room, you're fucking at home, you're chilling, and also you open a door to your daughter's room or whatever, and you see some crazy guy pulling her out a second-story window. I'm sorry. You get in the 9.
No, you need to chill the fuck out, fam.
You're getting the ball, dude. Those aren't 9. Those are balls. You're getting the metal sphere.
You're getting the ball bearing.
All right, so then at that point, that's when Usopp's like, "All right, enough's enough." Then he pulls Kaya out of the window and tumbles onto the ground. And Mary, goes back to the window, but then he's like, "Ah, man, I can't get a good shot from here." And
you fall from 15 feet and just go, oof.
Did anyone else notice
because he grabbed the tree branch on the way down, Jordy?
But did you guys not see the whiplash that went straight to her neck when they?
Oh yeah, no.
Made
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what I'm
ground?
talking about.
Like clearly, like
I thought she fainted, but then she's clearly awake again 5 seconds later.
Oh yeah, no, I just assumed she fainted or whatever.
So
I guess I didn't really notice.
But then she's fine 5 seconds later, though, so it doesn't mean anything.
He could have went stationary.
Oh yeah, my bad, dude. I didn't notice that. But they get up, and then Usopp, Mary's coming down with the gun again, and he's trying to convince her to go, and she won't. And then one more time he tries to convince her, and that's when she slaps his ass, slaps him across the face.
Before that, we get we get the absolute raw power of Usopp's slingshot when he knocks out 3 guards that come running up on them first.
When he does that, they also make silent noise.
I know. We don't see any of that, by the way. Yeah, it goes, Usopp runs off screen. You hear, and then the 3 bodies drop, and Usopp's running back.
Usopp is John Wick with a slingshot, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, dude,
he knocks all 3 of these dudes out with 1 ball bearing each.
Mind you, I also want to point out how incompetent guards are, just by the sake of they've been there for how long, and how many times has he literally been taking that mine block out, sneaking up into that tree?
Well, they don't know how he's getting in.
Yeah, they're like, "Wow, dude, we have no idea how you're getting in." It
and then
can't be that we have
with our free invisible guns, and then he shoots a slingshot, immobilizing all of them. Who does she? What is her vetting system? No wonder Claw.
She's not doing anything.
The vetting system isn't very good.
This is the East Blue. This is the East Blue.
You have to realize Usopp is a god.
She didn't hire anybody. That's her parents.
Usopp is a god, all right? Don't ask.
Yeah.
And that's not true. She hired in Clawdor.
No,
she didn't hire anybody.
Yeah,
the father did.
Dad hired in Claw.
Yeah, the
father hires everybody.
Also, that guy.
Shit.
Also, that guy came to the family. They didn't go out and look for him.
Yeah, he found his almost dead body.
He showed up one day and was like, I am dying. And then the dad was
like, you see a 7-foot guy willing to take the bodyguard job, you'd say, bet, take one.
All right, so then after that, so Kaya slaps Usopp, and then Usopp's like, all right, I guess this shit's real. And then Mary comes down with the gun and is like, you fucking asshole.
And then again, proving that Mary's a G, because it's a musket nonetheless. And he loaded it in that entire time running from upstairs, downstairs. I don't know if you guys have ever loaded a musket. That shit sucks.
I mean, I assume it was already loaded. It was still loaded.
Oh, wait, no, that's right.
He never shot.
That's right.
Yeah, he never shot.
What I'm more impressed with is the shot he does almost make, because she's standing full on in the way of him.
In front of him.
And again, it's a musket, so the accuracy is very off. He very well could have shot his...
Just blasted her
Yeah,
away.
he could have blasted his arm off, but...
No, he managed to miss her and still hit Usopp.
And
that thing's got the accuracy from that Looper movie, the shotgun they have.
Yeah.
When you're 2 feet away from them, you will blast their head off. But 5 feet away from them, you're missing every shot.
It's XCOM rules again.
Oh no!
Goddamn XCOM.
But also, these pistols are apparently also the most powerful things on the planet, because a slight graze on the arm also knocks Usopp down on his face.
Hey, to be fair, it is a 50 cal tech.
I mean, sure, but it just grazed his arm. It grazed his arm. It didn't even go into his skin. It grazed him, and he fell over.
It's like it went right by, and the wind
struggled.
The wind caused
he struggled to get back up too.
As someone who's been shot with ricochet, I can account that it still knocks.
All right.
It's still that's fair.
I'll take
Bucky McGee.
I'll take
I have not been shot with ricochet. I can't comment on it.
I've been hit with ricochet.
I'll take
it knocked the wind out of me.
All right, you got
Ricochet,
it.
not a direct shot.
You got this one.
So then we got to Usopp. The sun is setting now. He's walking along the path or whatever, and then he catches back up with Luffy and crew and the Cabbage Patch Kids, and that's when he's thinking to himself, he's reminding himself of the good times he had with Kaya, probably the last time he's ever going to see Kaya. And then when the Cabbage Patch Kids show up, they're like, dude, we know all about Clawdor. We got to do something about it. And then Usopp, has a little mini like flashback, like, but no one fucking believes me flashback. And then he just decides, you know what? Fuck it. And he tells the Cabbage Patch Kids that it was all a lie. It was all a fucking joke. I just did one of my jokes. And so the Cabbage Patch Kids at first were like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. No, that was actually pretty fucking funny. And my note here is that literally, like, in the same breath, they go from like laughing about it to being like, actually, you're kind of a fucking asshole. Fuck you.
I can't believe that you would betray us.
Yeah, we have respect.
Like, no, they even said, like, I don't know if it was in the sub too, but in the dub, like, one of them was even like, dude, that was really funny. And then, like, the next one was like, you know, that was really fucking disrespectful of you.
Yeah.
It was exactly
the same
in the sub.
That's exactly.
It's almost, they were just like, yeah, I cannot believe you would betray our friendship like that. And
yeah, like what the hell, dude? You were
it's
just
one thing to lie
about
to everyone with us. It's another thing to lie to us.
Yeah, but we never thought you would lie to hurt somebody is the line they give in the sub too.
And then even worse, on top of that, they go and you even threw name in the gutter.
Oh my god!
Like how
like,
dare
whatever, dude.
It's like they almost like were turned into adults.
Fucking ungratefuls.
Ungrateful little fucking zoomers is what they are. I'm just kidding.
Those Cabbage Patch Kids are like 25 now.
Those are us, actually.
They're us.
Them's is us.
Oh god,
I guess
the Cabbage Kids.
Actually, no, 99. What are they, like 4 or 5?
They're like 25, 26.
Yeah, they're like your age, Brendan. 40.
Oh god, they're me.
Goddamn millennials. So this is a story about boomers becoming king of the pirates.
Yep. Actually, no, this is Gen X.
All right, so then we cut to, so obviously Usopp like lied to the Cabbage Patch Kids, and then they all go to the shore, Usopp and crew, and then Usopp, you know, he talks to Usopp, Nami, or I'm sorry, talks to Luffy, Nami, and Zoro, and is like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck to do, because they ask him, he's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? And he decides, like, you know what, fuck it, I guess they think that they're just gonna be a normal day tomorrow, and they don't believe me anyway. And I got to do something because I love everybody. So I'm just going to fucking take these pirates down my goddamn self. And then Luffy and crew are like, you know what? You're okay, kid.
Zoro was like, I didn't expect you to be that gangster. I
didn't expect Zoro particularly. They even zoomed in on like that sword grip a little bit. He was like, you know what? I didn't expect you to be this fucking G right here. You got some balls. I like this. Like he was already like on board before Luffy even agreed. He was like, all right, we're gonna help you.
I mean, hold on. In Zoro's defense, to be fair, does it really take a lot to convince Luffy?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No. Yeah, no,
it really doesn't.
Luffy was like, probably already on board.
Because immediately afterwards, like when they're in even before that point on the, if they're just sitting there and Luffy's like, "Oh God, we got to run to town and get some meat."
Before the village
let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like what?
Usopp goes pirates, and then both of them go, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah,
son of a bitch, I'm in.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so then so they all agree and they're all on the same team. So that cuts to the end of episode 11, and then we can move into episode 12. So at the start of episode 12, we actually start back at the mansion where Clawhador is hanging out with Mary. They're just talking about Kaya and shit, and Clawhador is doing his evil little, like, you know, looking at the moon and shit. He's like, oh man, I love a crescent moon. Crescent moons just make me feel so fucking alive. They get me real hard. And you know, and then Mary's just like, well, that's an odd thing to say. But anyway, Kaya left you a gift. She left you a present since it's going to be your 3-year anniversary since you started working for us tomorrow. Isn't she just the sweetest fucking thing on the planet? And then Clawhador's like, yes, very sweet. And then he looks at those glasses, he throws them on the ground and fucking destroys those fucking
Smashes them.
Absolute destruction.
Destroyed. And then of course Mary's like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? Like Kaya's gift right there. And then Clawhador was like, you know, I just had the need to smash some shit. I don't really know what he said, but basically he was just saying, you know, he's really sick and tired of playing a role. He's tired of pretending that he's something he's not, and right now he's feeling the lust that he used to have or whatever.
If I recall, what he said was, "Oh yeah, I don't need this to glass. I want everything."
I just want to destroy some shit.
I want
kill
the
some
fortune,
people.
not the glasses.
Yeah, he said, "I don't want this to glasses. I want the fortune.
It's like, how dare you spend my fortune on class? And it's
Yeah, he's like, actually, and that brings me to one of my first notes. Yeah, he starts talking about the fucking fortune and shit. So before he takes Mary down, sorry, spoilers, we haven't gotten there, but he starts like talking about how he's going all in on the fortune. And I just want to say, this is the second time for the Master of Tacticians to be like, I'm just gonna casually drop an extreme loose end and not give a shit about it.
All right, but in his defense, he doesn't realize, skipping ahead a little, he doesn't realize he's in One Piece and this is how things work, and that later on, Mary is going to somehow survive being, spoiler again, slashed across the entire chest and survive an entire night bleeding out on the floor.
Thus continually proving my argument that all captains are incompetent.
Now, this wasn't a whole night. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
it's still a couple hours to be bleeding out on the floor, though.
You said it yourself. This is One Piece.
Sir,
I know. That's my point. Is he doesn't know? He doesn't realize he's in One Piece, so he doesn't realize this guy's not going to die.
I do have this question though about that segment right there. When he's sitting inside, like he literally is 2 inches away from shanking the shit out with his little kitty cat claws and everything, and then he just doesn't.
Right?
Why didn't he just do it?
Oh, you mean Kaya?
Yeah.
Oh, because he hasn't convinced her to give away her fortune yet of normal causes. So the end goal here is to kill Kaya and just have everything. Because he's not worried if the villagers come after him because he's going to kill them all anyway. What he's worried about is that the government will come after him. Because whether or not we've really been introduced to them, there is technically a police in this world. So if he gets the fortune of quote unquote natural causes, then he'll be vilified and he won't have to worry about shit. And everyone will just leave his fucking ass alone, even though everyone fucking died, right? That's his plan.
Because the plan is he's gonna get Django. No. He's gonna get Django to hypnotize her into writing a will that leaves all the fortune to Claudio.
Yeah.
So
that's the whole plan.
My question is, why didn't he just? If that was his end goal, why didn't he just sneak in the dude, hypnotize her in private?
Right.
Because he also wants to, be a pirate. He's also a pirate.
That I will 100% agree, Devin. And that was another thing I was going to say. For a master of tacticians, Duke could have done this a lot of different ways.
This is like me going to fucking China and, all right, I'm going to nuke you. And then afterwards, I'm going to convince you to let me be in charge.
Interesting.
But I'm going to nuke you first.
See, Brendan, you understand, Brendan. His name is the Captain of 1,000 Plans. That's not 1,001.
Oh, right. If he was 1,001, then he would have thought out everything.
No. That's his 1,001th plan.
That was the one plan he didn't think of. That was the one plan.
It's like Doctor Strange. They get all the 14 million in whatever scenarios and only one in which they win.
You've only found the one. Okay, so then but Kuro decides to take out Mary because he's in a mood right now. He's in big mood. And then he goes up to Kaya's room and he does that little thing where he's gonna pretend to kill Kaya right there. But he's like, nah, now's not the time. Creepy. I want to savor this. Anime savor.
Mind you, didn't get blood anywhere. Props.
There's a lot of blood on those blades.
And the fact that it didn't just drip all over the place, he still kept it on.
It's a blood glue.
Also, Brennan, those little kitty cat claws. Those are fucking huge. Did you see the?
Those are swords.
I also want to give
fucking.
I do want to give him props. His weapon of choice is actually one of, if it's not the coolest, it's definitely one of the most recognizable weapons in the series. Because who doesn't want to just have fucking glove swords? That sounds badass.
Because you're
also
unbalanced.
Sounds highly impractical.
You can't control the blade.
But dude, him walking around doing it. You see the precision of this guy, man, though?
They're clanging around.
Imagine if you had the dexterity, though. Just imagine.
I don't think dexterity would have anything to do with it.
I don't think you realize. He had no problems lifting that shit over to fucking her face. See, this is
the problem with that I have with it. With shit. Is that, okay, how much do you think a katana weighs?
See,
my God.
Hold that with your fingertip. Now put 7
Okay, but
Seven?
there are examples of inhuman strength in this series. I'm not worried about the strength. I'm worried about like the precision, honestly.
Finger strength, dude. He must have been like finger blasting.
Dude, imagine all the thumb wars he won, though.
Holy shit, that man's a god.
I mean, shit, he's probably really good at Guitar Hero too. That finger power. With those finger powers to hold up a fucking 7-pound sword in each finger.
I'm thinking I broke the fucking guitar.
What about his skills in those flippy boards, the little skateboards?
Oh, tech decks.
He would have been
his little tech decks.
Tech deck master.
Tech decks. There we go.
Dude, that would
he probably rocked like 3 at once.
All right, but anyway, so we're wasting time. Okay, so we cut to that scene, and then we cut over to Nami, Usopp, Zoro, and Luffy. They are on the shore, going or at an incline, and they're dumping a shitload of oil everywhere. Because Usopp is like, yeah, dude, like I have the best ideas when it comes to being or fighting dirty, and then as they're like,
that immediately goes to show like the best at this.
yeah, right. And
I'm the best at coming up with all these scandinavian shitty plans.
Yeah, dude, he is the best coming up with shitty plans. I mean, I'm just saying. But so then they keep waiting there until the sun comes up, and then after the sun comes up, this episode in particular has a few too many just like random expositions that don't make a lot of sense to me. They're teetering on smoke bomb territory. And we got Nami with the fucking hearing fruit ability out of nowhere, who can just suddenly hear the battle cries from the other side of the island or whatever, 3 minutes away, whatever the fuck Usopp said.
Yeah, how big is the island? That was the other question I had.
I mean, it's my understanding that it's not that big, but they are not the only village. There is another village.
Well, but the reason why I bring that up is because they make it across the island before they get off the boat and up the hill. They're that fast.
No, yeah, okay. So I was gonna get there too. But they didn't get across. They just went to another port that was to the north.
In the north, they were in the south.
What did it?
Were they?
I don't think they necessarily specify that.
No, they didn't specify where exactly. They said north.
Yeah, they just said the other port was more north.
He said it was only a 3-minute run, so it's not that long.
So
but it took the enemies 3 minutes to get off their boat.
Right, we're not there.
Land. They were having about that too. They were having their morning coffee.
So. So after Nami uses the hearing fruit, then Usopp is like, "Holy shit! There's another port entirely. We gotta go over there." And
the only reason why he set up, mind you, at the bottom port, or I assume it's the bottom, but the other port is because this is where they had their meetings. So I assume it's like you assume everyone.
I mean, that's a pretty fair assumption, though. I mean, if you were only there hearing to the bad guys, like, make their plan, why would they have a meeting spot and then like not use the same port if like the port was like a central part of their plan? I can't fault the man for that. He just so happened to not get that part of the story.
But at the same time, he also knows that the other pirates that he are literally parked their ships where they land. He didn't think maybe pirates think like-minded.
Well, I mean, okay, I think that's the stretch here. I don't think Usopp's train of thought was necessarily the stretch.
Because there was no train of thought. There was no train of thought.
No, I think his train of thought was a lot better than yours, unfortunately. I'm gonna give you the L there. But anyway, so then Usopp's like, "Yo, we gotta go to the other port, whatever." And Luffy's like, "All right, where the fuck do we gotta go?" He's like, "We gotta go north." And then Luffy just fucking books it. And somehow, okay, so Nami goes like, "Oh no, that other port's where we put our boats." And I'm just going to give the L to the Straw Hats here for a sec. Because, they already knew about the other port. Even if they didn't okay, so they should have at least recognized that there was another port. And I'm surprised that they wouldn't have thought,
why don't you just split up?
What if they do use that other port? Maybe we should move our shit a little bit. Like, she sounded so surprised when it's like, "Oh no, that's the port that we were at." It's like, bitch, you had all night to think of an idea about what to do next, and you didn't even think that it might be another
port.
The
best that they could do was come up with throwing oil on a ramp that no.
That's the thing, Brendan. Is that you have to understand?
Oh, I know what anime we're watching.
Anybody in this show with a name also has no brain.
100%.
95%.
That is facts. That is 100% facts. So like I'm gonna, and then of course Nami goes like, "Oh no, we got to go get my treasure," and then out of nowhere she didn't move. She just suddenly was in the middle of the oil. And then she starts slipping or whatever. And I'm just like, bitch, what do you mean? So this whole sequence is to keep Zoro from getting to the fight in time, which, in all honesty, looking back on it, it would have made a lot more sense if their roles were switched. Zoro being the one looking aimlessly for the place and Luffy in the bottom of the shit until he realized, oh, wait a minute, I can just rocket out of here because I'm a rubber man or some shit like that, some gag like that. Because they've got Zoro in the pit, who apparently has, the world's greatest compass right now. Because as soon as he gets out, he goes directly there, he beelines it. And then we got Luffy, who's just running around like a madman trying to find the place. But regardless, I guess I'm going to get it myself. So
did you also see the part where he fucking full on runs into full sprint, right dead ahead into a cliffside?
He's a rubber man. He just fell off of a cliff.
Right?
He's a very special individual.
I'm not saying that he's not. I don't mind or care that he's not hurt. That I get. I'm just curious about. He's that fucking blind to direction that in front of him he doesn't even look.
Well, he had his head down.
No, he's not.
He had his head down and he was running.
Just stupid.
That too, though.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say.
Come on, that's what it is, for God's sakes.
Which way's north? I better look down.
He's a fucking captain for a ship. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, dude. Captains don't need to know where they're going. If the guy said know where they need to be.
What if he went to the bar? He's like, "Yo, he's heading north for treasure." Where the fuck is north?
Actually, that is true though. Okay, so
but for sailors,
that is really true.
One thing you should know.
That's the first thing you should learn. What the fuck is north?
I don't have a compass. How do I just know where north is? But since that I say
this is why Nami is so necessary for him. Right now.
Dude, they would all be dead. They would all be dead without Nami.
That's true.
That's why she's the first one they look for, is an navigator.
I don't think they even look for her. They run into her.
It's true.
Well, they do. They mention they need a navigator, then they just.
But they are specifically looking for Nami. They just like that wall into her, and then they're like, "Hey,
but they mentioned ahead of time, like, hey, we need a navigator," and then Nami's like, "Oh, hey, I'm here now.
I exist."
But you're good with North, right? Yeah. You're hired.
Well, I mean, Nami got it because out of all of them, she was the only one that made it there other than Usopp, which brings us to the fact that Usopp managed to make, so it was a 3-minute run. And of course, Usopp, just because, anime logic, he fucking shows up. They are literally disembarking and screaming with their battle cry when Nami hears them. Usopp tells everyone it's a 3-minute run. Before they even get up the fucking hill, Usopp already cuts them off. What is that shit?
Maybe they were just hyping up in those 3 minutes.
It's a 3-minute run for everybody else.
No, they were just hyping up. They were doing their little pregame game.
The ins and outs of the island.
You know what? I believe that Usopp could do it in 1, and I could also believe that they were sitting there hyping themselves up for 3 minutes because you know what? Everyone in this part of the series is fucking stupid.
Watching that guy fucking doing some Michael Jackson shit. Okay, they were just too awestruck by the guy.
Wait, can we talk about the face man?
They were just stretching.
Which face man?
You didn't see him doing fucking Michael Jackson?
Oh yeah, that little bit that they had.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was his face, and then he turned around.
Really confusing.
He was wearing a mask.
Your face is confusing, and so this is what it was in the dub. They were saying they said that something was confusing, and then that guy commented that it was confusing, and then the guy next to him was like, "Well, your face is confusing," and then he turned and he was like, "Huh?"
That didn't happen in the sub, so I didn't hear that joke.
The sub was like, "Why are you looking backwards?" And you like, "Wait, what?" Why are you looking at your back of your head for? You just turn around.
Yeah, I figured that joke would probably have a different
I remember them
translation.
making that joke. So I remember seeing them he just turns that's
all they said was, "Oh yeah." So what's more confusing is the fact that you have the back of your head is a face.
And they were like, what?
Anyway, Usopp stops him in the tracks. The guy.
Yeah. So Usopp gets to the top of the hill, whatever. He catches them off. He shoots a couple of them, and they're like, "Yo, dude, is this kid gonna try to fucking stop us here?" And he's like, "Yeah, you bet your fucking ass I am." And he takes a couple out. And then that was when Nami shows up.
He shows up after.
Yeah. So then Nami shows up, and Django decides. Oh, actually, before she shows up, Django is like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna just fucking hypnotize this guy, and then we'll just go breeze right past him." And he goes like 1, 2, and then that's when Nami fucking beats him on the back of the head. So just before she shows up, the pirates down there, after they were monologuing together, they checked those boats that Straw Hats had docked at the shore, and they were like, "Dude, there's a bunch of fucking treasure in here. There's like 5 million berries."
Mind you, on that comment, they brought that up before when they were on the ship. Like, hey, there's 2 ships. And Django goes, no.
Yeah, don't go over there. But they went over there
anyways. And they disregard their captain and do it anyways.
I don't think they said not to go there. I think they said don't worry about it.
No, they definitely. Well, okay, in the dub,
he definitely says
we're not dealing with that shit. We got a plan to keep because Captain Kuro
said it too. I just watched it earlier.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ignore those boats. There's no treasure on their quote. There's no treasure on ships.
Yes.
And then they do it anyway.
And they fucking do it anyway. But hey, the cronies came out on top.
Remember your fucking line that you said that there's no treasure? Well, there's like $5 million on these boats, or $50,000 on these boats. And John goes, "Look, oh shit, you got me there, man."
I mean, how would he do in the first place? He didn't check.
But that's what I mean. It's like they checked without listening because they completely disregarded his order.
Yeah, no, they completely said "fuck you, dude."
I feel like that was just like those moments where
this is why it took so long.
It was where the writer kind of goofed up and was like, "Oh shit, that's right, I forgot that."
No. I think this is the reason why they took so long to get up the thing. They were trying to check out the other boat out. You're like, hold up. Is there really nothing there? Hold up. Let's go check over there real quick.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
Those guys probably just did it because everyone was in the middle of a monologue and they were just like, you know what? We got nothing better to do. We might as well just go check out this.
No wonder it took them 30 fucking minutes to get up the shore. They were too busy checking out the ship.
More than 3 minutes. Okay, it takes them more than 3 minutes.
They should have been charging and attacking the island. One, making Clawhador's plan go to fruition. But nah, incompetence.
They're absolutely incompetent. So we've got a couple of things here. So right before all of that happens, Django and Usopp lay it off, and then Usopp's like, "I have 100 million men. Don't go a step further." And literally the whole crew is like, "Are you fucking stupid?" And then Django's like, "What? 100 million men?" And right back to Christian's point, every named character in this series is a fucking idiot. Meanwhile, all the cronies are like, "There's no way that's a thing."
Let that one guy with the horns be the fucking captain, for God's sakes. He actually did work. He actually knocked out Usopp.
Yeah, right. But then
vanish into thin air.
So then right before they start running up, then Usopp like gives them a deal. He's like, "Hey, if you take that money, like and leave the village alone, like we'll be square." And then Django's like, he lays down the facts a little bit. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna tell you what's up, son. We are going to get up this hill. We are going to murder your ass. We're going to take that treasure because we are fucking pirates, and we are not going to just make a deal. We're going to take whatever we want because we don't give a shit about you."
The best part about Usopp's plan right there is just the whole idea of he already gave them the gold. It's not like they already have it. There is no deal. They already took it.
Yeah.
Like,
the dude had already walked it up onto the boat.
And they're just gonna be like, "Oh, we're pirates. Here you go. Here's your."
Yeah, no, he didn't think that one through.
Django had it straight right there. Was just like, "No, this is mine now."
And then that was when Nami came up and she was like, "Don't you dare give away my treasure." And then Usopp was like, "Yo, man, I'm just trying to do my thing here. I can't take all these people at once." And then Nami's like, "Well, fucking deal with it. You can't give away my treasure." And then she was like, "Where Luffy and Zoro?" And Usopp's like, "Well, they're not here yet." And then they're all like bickering about it. And then Usopp's like, "Well, now that you're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take command, and you just handle all of them, and I'll be here. I'll stay right here. You deal with them." And she was like, "Fuck you! I can't deal with all these assholes." And then they just start getting into a war of fucking cowardice. Who's the bigger fucking coward? They start yelling at each other. Nami's like, "Well, I'm so fucking scared, I'm gonna cry." And then Usopp's like, "Well, I'm so fucking scared, I might piss my pants," or some shit like that. So they just all start bickering back and forth. And then meanwhile, the cat bastards down there are just like, "I I'm at a loss. So they go up the thing, they go up the hill, and then Nami and Usopp decide to throw a bunch of caltrops on the ground to try to slow them down a little bit. And well, that works for a little while up until it doesn't.
How did they caltrop themselves? I'm really curious
because apparently Nami's a fool.
Have you never? Okay.
She just yeets them into the sky.
I mean, come on. She somehow ended up in the oil. Come on, man.
I think that's what that scene was meant to represent. The one where the caltrops go super high up. They were they accidentally threw them behind them as well, I guess.
Well, I thought it was just a cool transition.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was its intent. But I guess it was just
and then 2 minutes later, it's just proof of Nami's incompetence.
Right? No, they all have incompetence in them. All right, they're all fucking idiots.
Some guys spent 6 hours thinking about that transition, and luckily we appreciated it.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't appreciate the
effort.
I just said I thought it was a cool transition.
No, I said we're appreciating it right now.
The writers didn't appreciate it though.
Oh yeah. Whoever was writing the show was like, you know what? That's cool and all, but what if we make it a plot point?
That's what I'm saying, dude. So the fucking caltrops end up behind him and they trap themselves, and then Usopp has his back turned, and he takes a fucking full-on boulder to the back of the head. And I'm just thinking to myself, dude,
well, it was a hammer. It wasn't a bolt. Well, I mean, it's a boulder.
Okay,
it's a boulder attached to a stick.
It's definitely a boulder on a stick.
A stick.
So he takes a fucking wallop to the back of the head, and then we get his little thing where he's trying to tell all the bad guys no, I can't let you into that village. I have to stop you.
It's not my ninja way to let you in.
Yeah, I refuse. My ninja way requires that I stop you here. So you're not going any further. And they're just you are a punk ass bitch. They beat the shit out of him a little bit more. And then Nami's off to the side. She just, she helped him at one point. They were about to do the kill shot, quote unquote kill shot. And then she beat the shit out of a guy, but then she got shoved to the ground. And that's when the whole crew starts running into the town. And then suddenly they're all blown back, they're all dispersed and shoved all around. And then, then we get the or whatever the hell that fucking soundtrack is, and then Luffy and Zoro appear. They found their way. They stopped being fucking morons, and now we have they're gonna start the fight. And
I think my favorite part about that scene is just you could see the unadulterated rage fuming in as he's just you Nami. He's not there to fight anyone else. He's there for Nami.
Yeah, no, he wants to fucking annihilate Nami right now because after he got out of the fucking hole, he's just all right.
Luffy asked the most stupidest question. The fuck is north?
You never told me which way north was. It's you never even really asked. I just told you to go north. You just fucking ran away.
My retort would have been, how do you not know which way north is?
Okay, do you just know which way north is?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe in your house you do. No, but if you're just in a random fucking
I know where north.
All right,
you just know north.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know where the sun is, you know where north is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. But I assume that these guys are too stupid.
You can also do it with
but yeah, that's the point here.
You can also do it at nighttime with the fucking North Star. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's enough.
Oh my god!
And then episode 13 happens.
I'm a motherfucking Eagle Scout. Of course, I know which way.
But they're named Devin.
No, yeah, this all defaults to my statement earlier. With anybody who has a name is fucking dumb.
All right, so we can start episode 13 now, and
we're supposed to watch episode 13.
Yeah, this guy.
It's at 11.
Nope.
11.
You said 11 to 13.
I said 11 to 13 earlier when you asked.
Oh, god damn it! I didn't watch 13. Right. I thought we were doing 11.
Oh well, you only get to relive through it now.
Yep.
All right. So at the start of 13, we have basically after they got the shit kicked out of them. John goes well, this is fucking bad. We are really fucking late for our plan. Captain Kuro is going to be pissed, and we got to get our shit together, boys. So he decides to do his. So he's secretly a support character. Little known fact, and he decides that he's going to buff his whole fucking crew with his hypnosis. So he tells everyone to gather around, and that's when Nami was telling everyone else okay, he's a hypnotist, don't fucking look at his shit. And then Luffy, he's fucking Luffy, he doesn't give a shit. So he's staring death stare at whatever the hell Django's doing. Django's got his whole crew gathered around, and he's like, at the count of 3, you will be stronger, you will be healed, whatever. At 1, 2, Django.
Count of Django.
Yeah, it's always at the count of Django, dude.
Yeah.
Count 3, Django.
He used the Django inspiration.
1, 2, 3, Django.
1, 2, Django.
1, 2, Django. And so after the count of Django, then they're all fucking buffed to shit. They're all super strong. And my note here is that, so to demonstrate how strong they are, one of the cat goons like fucking takes his hand and he just like punches the side of a cliff, and like a giant wedge that's like the size of a small house comes crumbling down from the side of this cliff. And I got here and I'm like, even by One Piece standards, that goon right there is the strongest goon in the history of goons. There are no unnamed characters that ever show that kind of strength, like ever again. But so anyway, and then of course after they all get buffed, they all start running up the hill. They're all like, super strong. They all got like white in their eyes because they're all fucking hypnotized. And then we find out, so then they're all getting prepared upstairs, and they find out that Luffy, the fucking dumbass that he is, of course, he didn't listen to a word that anyone said, and he stared right at Django. So guess who's buffed?
Here's the thing though. This is bullshit.
Okay.
Django had his back turned, and he was facing the ocean with his crew crowded around him.
Oh, was he?
And there was absolutely no way Luffy should have been able to see the little ring.
Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't pay attention to that part.
His buff is complete bullshit. And
what
plot
happened
and
was,
plot.
Christian, is that
because see, Christian, it's all part of the radius, my guy.
I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely more entertaining for
It's an area of effect.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it's because of his glasses. See, what happened is that when he away from his glasses, bounced back and hit Luffy off of the ship that was filled with 5 million, berries full of gold, because he was so.
Oh my god! Just don't think about it, kids. All right. Anyway, moving on. So Luffy's off now, and he starts running down the hill with a fucking frenzy, and we get to see for the first time in the series one of Luffy's signature moves, the Gatling, the gum Gatling, baby. So that's when he takes his fists and he punches really fast, and the way the anime does it makes it seem like he's got like 100 hands that are just like punching like crazy. The way it's meant to be is that he's just punching super fast, so he can just punch a lot of people. He calls it the Gatling because there's a lot of hands. Fun fact, or not fun fact, just that's the way it is.
Just fact.
That's just fact. And as he's running down there, so he beats the shit out of all the goons, and he just runs down, he runs through, and their buff meant fucking nothing. You might as well not have even have done it. Really, all it ended up doing was the first thing that Luffy ends up doing was he runs down to the bottom of the hill after he beats the shit out of all of them. Like they're all like on the shore on the ground, they're like crying, and they're looking at Luffy. They're like, "What is he doing?" And Luffy, like they're all crying, like fucking worried. Luffy just beelines it for the boat and decides that fuck this ship in particular, and he bear hugs the mast, or not the mast, or like the helm, or whatever the fuck you call it, at the front of the ship where the little like figurehead is, and he just rips it off.
He suplexes that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. He's just like, you know what? Fuck all you guys. I've got an agenda. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to this boat. I'm gonna destroy the shit out of it. And then I'm gonna beat the shit out of you guys with it, because they all comment on that too. They're like, "Oh no, he's gonna beat the shit out of us with our own boat. What are we gonna do?" And then Django's like, "At the count of 3, you're gonna go to sleep. 1, 2, Django." And then it works, because that's the way that plot's gonna move for a hot sec until we do a little bit more character development or something. I don't know what they're doing here, but I guess they need to give Zoro some time to shine in the near future. But so he falls asleep. The mask thing is on top of him. So there's a fucking war zone on the ground. Before they move on the battlefield, we cut back to the mansion again, and it's like midday, and Clawhador's like, "Where the fuck is my crew? We had a plan here. I am really pissed off right now." And he's decided that, you know what? That was their only chance. I'm gonna murder every last fucking one of them for pissing me off and being late. So he grabs his shit and he walks to the shoreline and is like, "I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna murder every last fucking one of them." And that's when Onion, one of the Cabbage Patch Kids, notices him and starts following him and says like, oh man, this guy's looking kind of shady right about now. And goes down to follow him. Clawdor's on his way over to the shore. Cut back to the battlefield. And then we have Django, who's like, I don't know what we're going to do next. All of my people are fucking dead. Or not dead, but like, they're all fucking pussies or whatever. And then he's like,
and literally.
Yeah, right. And then he's like, well, wait a minute, we got our trump card still. And he calls out for the Nyaban Brothers. I don't remember what their first names are. It's like
one is Siam. I don't remember what the other is. Like Siamese cat, but I don't remember the other.
Oh, it's like Siam and Piam or something like that. I feel like one of them was like a P, but anyway, it doesn't really fucking matter. The Nyaban Brothers. So they come out of nowhere, and that's when Zoro was like, okay, all right, well, I guess I'll take on these guys. And then the Nyaban Brothers, after they show up, they talk to Django, and then Django's like, I need you to take care of these assholes. And the Nyaban Brothers are like, oh no, we can't possibly take care of him. He's way too strong, referring to Zoro. The classic bait. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say bait. That's a spoiler. So they're like, oh no, we can't possibly take Zoro. And Zoro's like, the fuck? And after Django's like, I don't give a shit, go up there and take him anyway. So the skinny Nyaban Brother guy starts running up the hill, fucking waving his hands around like a girl, like, I'm gonna get
He really sells it.
He really does sell it, I'll be honest. Then Zoro's like thinking to himself, he's like, all right, dude, if you come any closer, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna slice your ass up. And then he's like, and then as he gets like, in a really close proximity, he pounces on Zoro.
He goes, that is if you can get me.
Yeah, in true anime style, he goes like, Zoro's like, I'm gonna slice your ass, and then as Jordy put it, that is if you can get me, and pounces on his ass, steals 2 of his swords, and then bounces back, and then he's like, you fell for my trick. And then I'm actually a trickster.
2 goes in the back are like, there it goes, the classic move, the cat steal.
The classic move,
cat burglar.
Oh no, it's Bastet herself. But yeah, so he steals 2 swords, and then Zoro's like, yo, dude, give those fucking things back. And then this is where I'm like, he was like, give me those swords back. And the dude was like, I mean, what do you need more swords for? You already have one. Why do you have to be so fucking greedy? And I'm like, dude's got a point. Dude's got a point. You already got one. Why
would you say something so controversial?
Why would you say something so controversial? It's so fucking brave. But so after we go through with the Zoro fighting the Nyaban Brothers for a little bit, we cut back to the mansion, and that's when Kaya is finally waking up. She had a nightmare where Usopp was about to murder her because as of late, she believes that Usopp is a merciless and horrible pirate-blooded person or whatever, and that's a little extreme for my taste, but okay, girl, whatever. You fucking chill the fuck out there. And then after she wakes up, she goes downstairs.
It's just a girl in a dream. I deal with that shit on a daily with Crystal. Apparently, I'm an axe murderer too.
Oh yikes! Well, I mean that I believe though. Anyway,
she doesn't know yet.
She's getting there. But so then she goes downstairs. She finds Mary. And I really like this little like interaction between them. So Kaya and Mary are talking. Mary lived, obviously, and
he's a Mary Sue.
And he starts telling Kaya like, okay, yeah, no, Clawdor was totally the bad guy. He's a fucking pirate. He did this to me. And Kaya's like, that can't be true. And
I just got slashed.
Yeah. Like, bitch, I just got slashed. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you're right. It was Usopp.
It was, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it was Usopp.
I never seen him carry that story before. I was yeah, it's definitely Usopp. Motherfucker!
It's like, bitch, I'm telling you, it was fucking Clawdor. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you don't want to hear it, but that's what happened. But like, I do like the interaction because like, so Mary makes a very, well, I guess like the writers make a very integral point to talk about how even though Usopp like lied about it or whatever, he was the only brave one. They always use that word brave to describe Usopp. So he's obviously like the coward. He always has the coward characteristics as a meme, but somehow everyone always recognizes him as one of the most brave individuals in the show, and that will be a constant recurring bit. And another recurring bit. Well, no, because like he is a coward like face value, but he never runs from the real danger, I guess, is always like a thing.
His nickname in the future is Usopp the Brave. What are you talking about?
I mean, he's got a lot of nicknames.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for now, his future nickname.
Yeah, dude. No, he calls himself Usopp the Brave all the time. He calls himself Usopp the whatever, this and that. But they make a solid point to always demonstrate that even though he's always the scaredy cat, like on the surface for like the memes, he'll never run when it's like do or die time. He's always the dependable guy. Like he always gets the job done. And that's something that they'll constantly, that'll be like a reoccurring thing. As well as a lot of the time when he tells lies, if you keep track of his lies, the majority of them will slowly come true.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of shit about that right now.
There's a lot of big stuff. There's a couple of lies when we get there. I'm gonna talk about them as we find them.
Yeah.
He's an oracle.
Me that he eventually fights a giant goldfish and lands on its poop.
Well, I mean, he got something close though.
And sets its butthole on fire.
Yeah,
close to him.
There's something about that. Yes.
What?
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited for the next 900 episodes.
He does get a million. He does get a million people.
I was gonna say, does he get 100 million men?
A whale from a sore throat.
I mean, okay, so like there are some that have
like climbing inside of its mouth.
This is what I'm telling you. Listen to his lies, because yes, slowly but surely, the vast majority of the lies he's given in the series do slowly come to fruition in some way.
Yeah,
Shit.
You have no idea how many came true. You have no idea. Like it's stupid.
It's like it's a fucking meme. It's hilarious. As they come around, I'll reference them and let you know.
I feel like the Tribe is trolling us right now. Like, yeah, I told you the story a long time ago.
Yeah, like seriously, it's like a whole thing. Like if you just like listen to
you need to give it a plot. You need to give the plot the entire time. Every single lie has becoming true. It's stupid sometimes.
All right, but anyway, so then Mary's like, okay, so App tells Kaya that Clawdor's the bad guy, I don't know what we're gonna do, and then Kaya's like freaking out, and then Mary's like, all right, well this is what we need to do, and then he tells Kaya, he's like, you need to think clearly and rationally about what we're gonna do next, and Kaya's like, okay, and then Mary's like, you just need to give his ass your fortune because it's not worth your life, and I'm just gonna say, you remember that time I called him a Republican, a boy? Well, I'm just gonna say, wait a minute, give him all of her money and belongings. Are you a fucking socialist, Mary? Do you believe in just giving handouts now? Somebody call Bernie Sanders out on this motherfucker.
Damn, this isn't a political podcast. Calm down.
Jesus Christ. What is this? What is
you want to call it
Jose?
Kind of makes sense because Mary wants to give away all her. Doesn't know how to use a firearm, apparently.
I would disagree with that one.
He's an expert marksman.
He damn near hits Usopp even after she jumps in front of it.
Damn near doesn't mean actually hits them.
Okay, well, she was like directly in fucking front of it. Like how many places could he have had?
Hello?
Probably not.
I know.
He got the hand. The hand of all things. He got the arm.
Yes.
All right. So anyway,
skimmed his like elbow.
So we cut back to the fight, and the Nyaban Brothers are taunting Zoro. Then after the skinny one grabs Zoro a little bit, he pins him to the ground, and then the fat one comes in and decides like, oh, I'm gonna do a stub and break his skull open, and he manages to get away, thankfully, as if that was a worry, I guess, but he does. He did it, and then he starts full on Seki. The two brothers with
hell yeah, perfect parrying all of it,
perfect deflections on every single attack. So Zoro's in this predicament where he's used to using 3 swords and he only has 1 sword right now because the skinny one stole his 2 swords away. And in order to give Zoro a break, Usopp has the bright idea to try to help him out and hit one of the Nyaban Brothers so that Zoro can have an opening. Well, Zoro decides to tank that hit because Usopp and Nami were talking about it. Zoro's like, fuck that. I can't afford to let one of these two go fight them because they probably won't be able to handle themselves.
Zoro's out here keeping aggro.
Yeah, dude. Zoro's out here being the tank, all right? Just
Usopp's putting too much damage in. You gotta stop that.
You gotta stop, man. You gotta stop.
You gotta stick to what you're good at, kid.
Go beat up some mini
go throw some more cow traps.
Go beat up some mobs.
Back to bot lane. Go back to bot lane. Go farm.
You're the 80 carry of the group, but I'm just telling you,
go get that oil.
really need to get some more farm on you.
Just like any 80 carry in any game, just go back. Go back to lane. Go back to lane. So you got your items. Do you got your items? No, you don't have your items. Go.
Let the solo lane do the 2v1s, all right? Let the solo lane do 2v1s.
And then Nami's out here like, I'm gonna go be helpful instead.
Why gave me PTSD for, man? I hate that shit. Don't say that to me from my face. PTSD.
So like Christian was saying, Nami's like, I'm gonna be helpful. Sword. And she goes down and she tries to grab the swords, and that's when Django comes up and is like, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You will not grab these swords. I will tell you to fuck off. And then I actually don't remember exactly what comes after that.
That's basically the end of the episode.
Okay, yeah. So that's when Kuro comes up, fighting over who's going to get the. Yeah, I'm going to call him Kuro now because fuck Clawhador. So that's when Nami and Django are like fighting over the swords, and that's when Kuro shows up at the top of the thing, and he's just like, you see, he's got that fucking super rage, and right before the end of the episode, he just starts screaming, "What the fuck is going on?" And that's it. That's the end of the episode.
All right, we need to add a little bit of spice in this, so I'm gonna start adding little mini segments.
Spice, hold up.
One, we're gonna start with one right now. We're gonna do the MVP of these 3 episodes. Who do you think deserves the golden? The golden piece? No.
Okay. Are we going to talk about for these 3 episodes specifically?
Yeah, these 3 episodes
golden
specifically.
Meme of okay. Because I would say that the last one definitely belongs to Zoro.
Who gets the golden meat of these 3 episodes?
The golden meat.
Wait, all 3 together or just 3 separately?
No, one for all 3.
I'm gonna give it to my boy Mary, just because.
Yeah, I'm with Mary.
I'm on Mary right now.
Mary should be dead.
Die.
He did almost.
For a throwaway character, for some reason, I
really thought this man was going to say Usopp.
Really well.
I really thought Brendan was going to go Usopp.
No, I'm going to give it to Usopp eventually.
Hold on.
I'm going to get...
For episode 11, I'll give it to the old lady for roasting Usopp that bad.
Shit, yo, you're right. That was a solid roast. Wait. The fucking old lady that was like, why aren't you more like fucking Clawhador?
Oh, right.
I feel like she wasn't old. You guys are ageist out here. She was like at least 35.
She was definitely like in her like late 40s.
She's older than me. She's old.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. She didn't seem that old.
She had like the little lines on her cheek and all that stuff.
Oh, well, that could be like a 25-year-old. You don't know how these things work.
Man, I mean, I guess you're right.
You know the Phoenix guy? He's not like 40. He's got lines on his face.
He, I think, is actually like 38.
Shit,
yeah,
never mind.
He's like almost 40.
Never mind. Carry on. So, who you guys want to give it to, the old lady or Mary?
I want to say Mary.
My vote's still Mary.
6 silenced pistol kill.
Oh, the sick fucking like 360 no scoped.
He got a triple kill. He got a triple. With fucking.
I mean, I'm just kind of inclined to give it to Usopp. I don't know. I'll go along with Mary if that's going to be our general consensus. But I mean, Usopp's out here.
I would vote Usopp. I just assumed that Usopp was off the table. I'm biased. I'll always vote my boy Usopp. MVP every episode. MVP.
Nah, I won't give it to Usopp yet. He hasn't deserved it.
I like his little sequences where it's like, you're not allowed to go. I mean, sucker for that shonen trope where it's like, you can't go to my village. I have to stop you, even if I'm not strong enough. I love that.
I actually want to give it to Django.
You want to give it to Django?
I was thinking Django too, just because I like Django as a character.
Django's hilarious. You see the little moonwalk he did and the little sprint?
Right? And then he does the fucking Michael Jackson kicks.
He did the whole Michael Jackson dance.
Yo, if they didn't throw
He's got the whole good morning bit.
You gonna add Django like this?
If they didn't throw Django away as a character, like
it would have been so cool.
if they had him in like the end game, he could totally kill Luffy in like the end game situation. Because out of all the villains, like you could just hypnotize him and be like, "Now go kill yourself."
Although this MJ bit does not age well. Not one bit.
It does not. It does not.
Oh yeah, no, that's
yeah. So this is a negative for Django.
If this was like episode 8, 9, With him moonwalking the entire up to the fucking town, then yeah, I'll give it to him. But nah,
Right, you're right.
He's got that
Actually-
weird, he's got that weird good morning bit too on the ship.
Yeah,
It's in the moon still out. You can't say good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
He's like it's 3 a.m. The moon's still out. You can't say good morning. And then 2 seconds later, he goes, "Good morning, everybody. I'm in a better mood now." It's like, wait a second. You just said. That's when they do the whole. That's when they do the whole face bit, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
All right. So what? Unanimous Mary, I guess.
All right,
What about you, Simi?
I'll go from here. Fine.
For episode 11,
Stallone, we're doing the one all together.
He's a dead man walking, but Mary's the winner.
Stallone, pick one for all 3 episodes, you goon.
that's hard. Hold on, I'm going Django.
Shit. All right, I'm joining you with the Django.
But dude,
All right, I
It's
could be swayed for Django. I can because
I'm
honestly,
entire
I'm
team.
still stuck on Usopp. That 3 kill streak. Beautiful.
3 kill streak.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
Usopp will have his time. I know the best of Usopp, and even though I do like his introduction, this is not Usopp's best. So I will give it to Django. Only because who fucking cares about Mary, really? I like my own narrative.
Seems
behind
like Django
when
wins.
you went with his gun versus when you gave everything away.
Django's a winner. Here we go.
The perfect support.
He's what we might call in
Come
the
on, man.
business.
He did a fucking bardic inspiration on Luffy, who wasn't even looking at him.
He's what they would call a smooth criminal.
Bardic inspiration.
Stop that. You wanted to give it to Django. You set up this whole bit just for that.
Wait,
This was a bit within a
This
bit.
is a way.
You son of a bitch, we got.
I missed.
Wait. What? I'm sorry. I missed
You
it.
missed it? Oh my god. Oh my.
I guess I'll have to
I'm not-
listen to the
You're gonna have to listen to
podcast.
that.
You'll have to listen to it back.
It's in the 1
We're not-
minute,
this is
1
getting
hour,
heated.
1 hour and 10 mark ish.
God
1 hour
damn,
13.
you son of a
Whatever.
bitch.
Yeah, got.
That's right. Nobody ever expected it.
I
can't-
don't know what we're talking about.
You can't beat it.
You'll listen to it. It's not getting repeated. I won't allow it. Cut the recording. We're done. We're done.
Dylan, cut
All right,
everything
that's
out.
it. We're out of here.
I'm back
Bye.
next
Delete the
Shitty
whole.
bit.
Delete the whole
Next
episode.
week we
Dylan.
do
It's over.
episodes 14
Nah.
to 16.
Dylan, bring it back.
Yes, that's how
Yeah,
math is.
14, 15, 16.
Bye.
Nope, we're
Bye.